What up?
What up? We are DV. I'm Twin.
I'm also
This is
Twin.
Twin as well. So yeah, man. First of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in, checking in with with the twins. Um, Today is
Saturday
Saturday, March 29th.
9th. And let's just get straight into it. I got a question. What would your life be like without a father? What has your life been like without a father? The reason why I asked that question is because today was the day that our father left us. Well, actually, yesterday, to be technical. It was yesterday morning at 11 a.m. I'll tell you a quick little story about how it happened. I was at work yesterday. I was doing a double shift. And I was doing a BLS training. If you guys know what that is, it's basic life support on one of those little dummies where you guys do the chest compressions. In the middle of doing the
CPR.
right, CPR. In the middle of doing the chest compressions on the little dummy, doing the CPR thing, I get a phone call from a hospital. I'm not gonna say what hospital, but I get a phone call from a hospital saying it's an emergency. Mind you, our father 2 days ago told me he was in the hospital for pneumonia, but it was nothing major. He was a very healthy man at 64 years old, had no real major issues. He had COPD, but it wasn't anything major for him anyway. It wasn't like he was walking with an oxygen tank. He was good, you know. So he had pneumonia, but he told us, hey, I'll be out in 2 days. No big deal. He said, I'm fine, not to alarm me, I'm good. I get the phone call that day, yesterday, morning at 11 a.m. in the middle of doing the class, BLS class, saying it's a call from the hospital and it's an emergency. I'm like, wow, emergency? Dad's supposed to get out of the hospital today. So I walk outside the class, go outside, still not worried too much. And then I call the nurse and they tell me it's the ICU. ICU tells me, hey, your dad is in basically critical condition. And he just had some kind of, I can't remember the exact word. I remember something about pulmonary. But long story short, it had something to do with his heart. I assume it had something to do with a heart attack. He went from having pneumonia to having an issue with his heart, which is basically a heart attack, to now, about 5 minutes later, he's on life support. They call me back and tell me, hey, you got about 10 minutes to make a decision because you, Jonathan, are the one that your dad put down as the, beneficiary, the guy that make the decisions, right? Point of contact in case of emergency. And we need to get permission from you to whether keep him on life support or to pull the plug. I'm on the phone with my aunt, and it's me and the doctor, and we're all discussing what's best for him. But ultimately, it's up to me. I tell him keep going. No, keep doing chest compressions until don't give up on him. Keep going, because I know that's what my dad. He loved life. He wanted to keep going. He would want me to just say no, keep going until it's over with. They said if we keep going, we can keep him alive, but he's gonna be a vegetable if he's alive. I said why? She said because he's been without oxygen over 45 minutes to an hour now. If he's alive, he's gonna be a vegetable. And I thought to myself, damn, as much as Dad loved life, he also loved quality of life even more. And I know he knew he would say that is no kind of life. That's not a good quality of life. So as soon as I said, I went from, no, keep going. As soon as he said that, I changed my mind. I said, let me call my brother, Jared. Called him up. I said, let me call my brother, run this by him. Call you back 5 minutes. Ran it by him. He agreed. And we decided, because he loves the quality of life better over just having life at all, to let him go. So I called her back. 5 minutes later, told the doctor. In the middle of her talking to me, getting ready to explain to her, hey, I'm going to tell her, hey, pull the plug. He's having another one of those situations where his heart's giving out again. They had to do the chest compressions and all that shit on him again. He said, it's happening again. What should I do? I said, let him go. Let him go. As much as that hurt, I knew that it would help him. It was about him at that point. So I said, let him go. So, my dad is now gone. Mind you, he was the one who raised us as a single father, right? He wasn't just our father. He was our best friend. He was our big homie. He was our confidant. He was our therapist. so many things. Coach, life coach, motivator, right? For you guys that don't know the personality of a father, try to consider Menace to Society. What was Trey's father's name?
Trey's father?
Yeah, Trey's father. Remember Trey, right?
Menace to Society?
Yeah.
You mean
Boys in the Hood. Sorry, Boys in the Hood. And Boys in the Hood. Miles, right?
Fucking Larry Fishburne.
That character, right? Right. Miles. If you know that father, that's who our father was. Consider that guy. Or another example would be somewhat like Venus and Serena's father. When it came to sports, he was that kind of guy. When it came to discipline, he was that kind of guy. Those who know us knows who our father was. So he was a great man, right? With lots of flaws. Came with lots of flaws. But every great person has flaws. So that goes without saying. But he was a great man. He died at 64 years old yesterday. So, like I said, to go back around to the question I said, what would your life be without your father? If you grew up without a father, what is your life like now? How did it affect you?
Or even if it wasn't a father figure, maybe even a father figure. You know, whoever, our dad was one of the most influential men in our life, people in our life. Besides our older brother, he was the first most influential person in my life, you know. And I'll just speak for myself, even though this probably applies to both of us, but our dad wasn't just our pops, you know. My pops was, like I said, like the big homie, man. And it was like, it hurts even more, and it still don't feel real. My mind is still trying to process it. Like, it's weird that we're sitting on camera talking about it.
Yeah, saying it out loud, it just sounds almost fake.
And every time, you know, someone calls, and I know we're not past it, we still got business to take care of, we still got for ourselves, and now because he's now passed on, he has affairs that Jonathan's assigned to that we both have to be there to take care of, and we both have stuff to sign, and, you know, just get a bunch of other business that comes with a person passing situated. It comes with it. This is life, you know, especially when you have an older parent, is more advanced in age, and they got health issues.
It was still very unexpected death.
Don't
get it wrong. It wasn't like he was so old.
Because he was still vibrant. No,
he
had
so many health problems. We were expecting him to die anytime soon.
Our dad was been in and out the hospital most of our life because of him having asthma.
Advanced asthma.
Yeah, pretty bad asthma most of our life. Right. So we're used to that. Right. It's like this how I feel right now. It's like when you never got one of them hood brothers or hood uncles that's always getting shot all the time and shot and stabbed up, but he always bounced back.
Right.
That's like our dad. He's been through a lot of shit, and he always bounced back. We didn't expect him to, this be coming down to him just suddenly passing. We thought we'd back out and be like, all right, another story. You know, we was just joking, just cracking jokes on this situation. That's how we are. He's like a big bro. You know, we was just cracking jokes about the situation because I thought he was going to be back out.
I told him you should have ate your grapes. You wouldn't have been in there with pneumonia. It's an inside joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But, we were laughing about that.
It was just like 2 days ago.
Just 2 days ago.
You know, his energy seemed, like always, a very vibrant person.
He kept telling me to send him pictures of my new car, with me in my new car, And I kept putting it off. So finally, 2 days ago, I did it. 2 days before this situation, I sent him a picture with me and my new car. And he also sent us a pretty good message saying how he was proud of us.
Yeah, he sent me a random message about maybe 1 in the morning. I was just happened to be up that day. And I was just up, couldn't sleep anywhere, so I was like watching my phone, something on YouTube or something, and then he just texted me out of nowhere. He was proud of us. I'm proud of you, and he asked me about my new job and what it entailed, and it just, normally that ain't surprising, he always asks me, any type of new developments in my life, he's always checking up on. But something about the way he said that, I didn't take it as too serious, but I just kind of I got the chills this time when he asked me that. I literally got the chills, but I kind of just laughed it off, old ass nigga probably getting nervous, I just joked it off. Me and him both did, laughed it off. I didn't think nothing of it, Yeah. But when he said that shit, some part of it, I ain't gonna lie, part of me, I did get the chills a little bit, man, But I didn't want to think about it too deeply, But I know sometimes people, when they get older and they start feeling shit, they start acting a little different. They start seeing shit different. They start asking certain questions, start having certain conversations, The reason why this impacted me so much more, God rest both of my parents now at this point. I love both of them, R.I.P. My mom especially, because our mom, she was sick most of our life, So it was like a waiting period. It was like, finally, she's got this weight lifted off her shoulders. We got this weight lifted off her shoulders. As much as it hurt, it was like we were able to prepare for it a little bit more.
Right. You kind of were able to prepare what it would feel like to lose it finally, right? She had been sick our whole life, right? Our mom got sick when we was probably about 11 years old.
Yeah.
And was sick all the way up to our age, about 22 years old, right?
Yeah, she passed.
And she finally died,
Yeah.
right? Progressively got sick throughout those years. She died from MS, by the way.
Multiple sclerosis.
And so, you know, we was already used to her being gone out of our life, right?
Yeah.
We was used to her being out of our life. Not to mention, even when she was healthy, our dad raised us anyway. He was, even when they were together, he was the main person in our life. You know, he was a stay-at-home father for most of our life. So he, or at least during that part of our life, and he was the one raising us. So we built a stronger bond with him, you know? So this death was unexpected. It wasn't something you could prepare for. We didn't expect this at all.
Nah.
And like
I was at work when he called me. He called me, and man, it was early in the morning. Day had just got started, and he called me, and it's hard to even say these words, but it still don't sound real. He's like, Dad's something along the lines of Dad's dying, and we got 10 minutes
to decide.
It didn't even seem real, man. You know, and then from that moment, I remember I just went through like a mix of emotions. I'm angry, I'm confused, and my mind don't seem real, so I'm still going, they just tripping. They got the wrong information. He'll be okay. He'll pull through, because he always does. You know?
I had to work a double shift the same day. I had to get to that BLS class as they telling me my dad's about to die.
I left work because I thought, somehow in my mind, I thought maybe somehow I can stop it, I guess. But as I started heading towards the back home, some things started becoming clear to me. I was like, Jonathan just told me I have 10 minutes. That means it's over. He's gone.
I told him, what are you leaving for? What are you leaving work for? You gonna stop him? He's all the way to Illinois, by the way. We're here in LA. That's what we're gonna do. You gonna get out there and stop it? There's nothing we can do.
So I just got mad.
I mean, I honestly, personally, I haven't even emotionally had a chance to go through it. I haven't had a chance to emotionally go through it, and still won't. I'm trying to keep the emotions at bay and stay focused mentally so I can handle the business. His body's still out there. We still got to bring him back. We got to get him sent to Kentucky, because that's where he's going to be buried, because that's my dad's birthplace. That's where my dad's family is from. So we're still trying to figure all that shit out, you know? Get him cremated, because that's what he would want. You know, it's a trip, man. We've never been through anything like this. For those who have been through like this, I'd love to hear what you think and what your thoughts on this, you know, how you got through it. But it's just a trip, man.
It's a process.
It's gonna take a while.
We're just processing it. Yesterday, I spent this morning, crying, you know, just releasing all this shit. And every time, like yesterday at work was so difficult, because, so I made sense that it's like, we still need this money. We're gonna need money, man, you know, and my type of work requires you to be attentive, you know, you really gotta be present. And I tried my best I could, but people were playing songs, you know, and it was just you know, like 90 songs, starting to get to my emotions and shit. I had to keep walking off to cry and shit, to try my best to get through the day as positive as I possibly could, because I know for a fact my dad wouldn't want me to be sad. He wouldn't want me to lose it. He wouldn't want to let me lose focus.
He'd want us to
He'd tell me keep focused. He would say, celebrate my life, keep focused. You're on a good path. Keep focused.
By the way, we've been seeing the sign keep going everywhere.
All day.
You know, we've been seeing that a lot. We've been seeing that spray painted a lot of places. Keep going, keep going.
I just take it as my dad just keeping messages, man, just keeping us focused. You know?
That's what he would want us to do, is to keep going.
Messages.
You know what I'm saying? Shake that shit off and keep going.
He wouldn't want me to be down. He wouldn't.
Nah, not at all. So, you know, motherfucker been drinking all day, smoking all day.
Just coping, man. This ain't gonna be a permanent fucking pattern, but for now, when it becomes too much to deal with, sometimes you need to just find a coping mechanism. I'm not gonna fucking wild out, don't worry. I'm too grown for that. I'm too focused for that. But, you know, it's time to unplug a little bit right now, man. And I just thought we'd share this, because I know we're not the only person that's gone through this. Just wanted to be honest and just be honest with what we're going through today. You know, this is it. This is part of that journey, man. You could be on your mission and be very focused, like we both are right now. I'm in my fucking zone right now, and then this happens. But this shit don't stop. I know my dad wouldn't want it. He would say exactly that. It don't stop. Keep pushing.
Keep going.
You know what you came for. Go get it. That's what he would say.
So let me ask you something though. Like, what do you? I'm asking you guys. I'm also asking him. what do you think the benefits of having your father in your life, right? What are the benefits? For me, I said like him being in our life, being the main factor in our life is what made us who we are.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. I said that when he was alive. I'm saying it now he's gone. You know, he definitely shaped us. You know, he shaped our hustle. He shaped the entrepreneurship in us. He did all that. That was all from him. You know, he inspired us to think outside the box. Inspired us to never just take things for face value. He told us real early in the game, I don't care what I tell you. Do your own research.
Your own research.
Don't
Find
trust
out for
me.
yourself.
Don't trust me. Trust your own gut.
Find out for
You
yourself.
know, find out for yourself. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Trust what you believe, no matter what I tell you. You know, and that shit stuck with me.
Don't be no follower. He always
know what I
said
mean?
that.
Don't be a follower.
Follow your own path.
Right.
Even if it goes against what I want for you.
Right.
And that's what we've always
Said that
lived by.
many times.
You know,
Said that
we've always
many
lived by
times.
that. You know.
You know.
Our dad was a lot of different things to not just us, a lot of people in the
To a
neighborhood.
lot of people, yeah.
When we was kids, when we was in the projects, man, my dad was everybody's dad. He was the type of man, because he was the oldest of all his brothers and sisters. So I think naturally, he just kind of had that energy. He just kind of had a responsible, like in terms of just like the person that like you could go to, you know? Yeah. Even if it's just for advice. I mean, niggas will tell you that we grew up with, will tell you, they called him coach. Some people call him dad. Shit.
Because a lot of people in the neighborhood didn't even have a father or father figure.
Yeah.
He
Man, we
was
grew
that
up
to
around a lot of
people.
kids that didn't have dads. A lot of other homies, they didn't have their pops in their life. But our dad was that father figure for them.
Right.
Even if it was just basketball coach, you know.
Right.
Our dad he wore a lot of different hats,
Right.
even in the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he was a stand-up dude and he taught us to be stand-up, you know? Like, good, bad, or ugly, own yours and be proud of it. And he just, you know, I just want to honor his memory because I did the same thing when our mom passed. I believe in that. I believe you should. If you was able to have your mom and dad in your life at any point, you should honor them, you know?
Because we all know, we've all
seen
the examples of how it is to have go life without a father, especially as men. I was gonna say black men, but really just fucking men in general. What it's like to go without a father, without that guidance, without that shaping of what we call manhood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that differs from person to person, but there's always also this general idea of what it is to be man, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's imperative for little boys to have a man in your life, man. I really believe that. You know, obviously our mother believed that boys need to be raised by their fathers.
Sure.
She's a big believer in that.
Yeah.
And we, you know, what I mean, let's just talk about it. What are some of the things what are the effects of going without a father in your life?
I think some of the effects of not having a father in your life, at least from your childhood and developmental stages as a man, shit. Naturally, I think men tend to be a little bit emotionally imbalanced because of it. There's nothing wrong or bad, good or bad about it. I just think it's a little imbalanced because naturally, if your influence is going to be a woman, women by nature are going to be a little more emotional. And there's nothing, I'm not judging at all because I think that's just the way the God made them. But I think for a young male, I think it's only beneficial to have some type of control of your emotions. And I know it because I made a mistake when I was younger on losing my cool and being out of control of my emotions in just one moment and almost ruined my life. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, when I made that mistake, my dad understood that. I was a young man, I made a mistake, and he still had my back through that. And he didn't help me get out of it. He just supported me in it because he knew I was ready for whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how he made me. That's how he raised us.
I want to take a break to make sure that I'm going to give you guys something to be grateful of, right?
That's the fucking lose.
Because here's this beautiful ocean that we have out here in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Here's our beautiful beach.
Yeah, we out here in Long Beach, man.
Right,
Beautiful East Long Beach.
Right.
That's the beach. That's the Pacific Ocean, man.
Right.
We in the West Coast. This is our home. This is our home place, man. For any of y'all that didn't know, we're from the West LA area, but we out here in Long Beach. This is our second home. It's beautiful.
From Venice to Long Beach.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful to be here, man.
Right.
I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful to be able to share this and hopefully connect with some of y'all that's gone through the same thing.
Yeah.
None of us is perfect. Life comes with all types of twists and turns, man. You know, it could be the best moment of your life, but right in the same moment, it could be the worst moment too. And I only say this to say that this is the reality of life, man. It ain't always all good. It ain't always beautiful, man. I never thought I'd be having this conversation, man. This shit feels like a fucking bad dream.
Yeah.
But we here in front of these cameras, we pushing through it because we know life's still gonna go on, and this is what my dad would want for us. I just want y'all to know, man, you ain't alone. If you lost somebody today, and you trying to figure out how to move to the next step, this is how. Appreciate what the other shit you got going around, because I guarantee you, it ain't all bad. just as much as good that's in front of you, look around. There's just as much bad as around you. You're gonna be a lot of good around you too. But you gotta take the time to try to see that. You know, a part of me wants to shut down, but I also acknowledging the good things in my life, the beautiful things. You know, today a lot of things happened for me. Yesterday a lot of things happened for me. It wasn't all bad, and it wasn't all good. It was a mix of things. I just appreciate it for both, because at the end of the day, this comes with it. This comes with it. If you think you're gonna go through life and it's gonna be all good, you're not being realistic, man. This is what this life thing is about. It ain't about what you go through, it's about how you get through it. And this is us getting through it. This is how we choose to get through it. We deal with it, we face it head on.
And then we celebrate.
And then we celebrate it.
We ain't gonna spend too much time mourning this shit.
Nah, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna start right now, man. This for you, Pops. I love you. Cheers, man. Celebrating your life, man, because you came here with a purpose, and I believe you did it.
Celebrate your father, celebrate your family, celebrate your loved ones.
I want to tell everybody, if you got any fucking issue with your parents, with your mom or your dad, man, work the shit out. Grow the fuck up, talk about it, verbalize it like two adults, and then move on. Because that's one thing I'm grateful that we got to air this shit out with my dad. We had our talks. We had the rough talks.
Oh, yeah.
The uncomfortable talks.
Yeah.
We talked about it all.
And for the things that never got discussed as kids, we discussed them as adults.
We owned our shit as men, and we fucking moved on.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm grateful for more than anything, that we got to fucking have these conversations.
Honestly, the fact that he's on the other side now, we know for a fact that we're gonna get so much more inspiration,
more guidance,
so much more guidance now when he's on the other side.
Yeah, because we got more access to him now that he's a spirit.
Right.
You gotta realize that if you have a loved one that passed on, they ain't gone nowhere. They still with you. They just not in physical no more. Right. They're still with you. So it don't hurt to sometimes verbalize what you tell them. You love them, tell them you miss them, tell them all that. And if you got some questions, ask them. They'll give it to you. They'll give you the answers. Pay attention. That's all you gotta do, man. Signs, they're speaking to you. Maybe not verbally, but all you gotta do is pay attention. So you can be sensitive to those messages, because they love you. They want to see you win. The shit don't stop. We still winning. This is part of our team. He's just not here physically no more.
Definitely a marathon is normal. You know what I mean? It's just a regular marathon. You gotta keep going.
I just want to say I love anybody out there that's out there going through something right now, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully that you connected to anything we said today, man, because you are not alone. You ain't the only fucking person going through shit out here, man. You know what I mean? We just want to be an example, let you know, man, we still pushing. We ain't saying we got it all figured out. We just still pushing through it. That's what we know.
And as always, like I said, I want to remind you, the main reason why we do any of this shit is for connection.
Yeah, man.
To connect with people who are just like us, who's gone through what we've gone through, who understands what we're talking about, who thinks like us, who feels like us, right? If you're one of them people, then please do us a favor, like this video. And most of all, comment. Let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button right now. Let us know. Put your comments. Put what you think in those comments. I want to hear your story.
So
about
we know
what you
we're
think
not
about
alone
something.
in this shit, man.
Right.
I know we're not.
Make that connection real. Make that connection by letting us know. We're not just talking to be talking. We ain't just saying subscribe for no reason. I'm not just saying just a comment for no reason. I want to know what you think. I really do. This is our best way to do it right here, worldwide. Right? Please do.
Shout out to all my aunties that I love y'all, man. We didn't lose nobody. We just out here. We just gained an angel, as they say. Right. You know, and he's still around. He always will be. I love everybody. I love all y'all. Thank you for being here, for connecting with us, and just taking some time out to hear.
Super grateful for that.
You know, I appreciate you.
I'm glad you're even listening at all.
Just to even check this shit out, man. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I love you, and I love myself. But I love myself because I love you. I love you because I'm able to love myself. So love yourself for yourself. Thank you. That's cool.